Hey, what is going on Twintendo Nation? Hope you're having an awesome day. We're only 3 months away from the release of Pokemon Sword and Shield, and I've noticed this Pokemon generation we've had a lot of rumours that have appeared throughout this year that have turned out to be true, so I thought today we'd go over 5 very interesting rumours that may or may not become reality for Pokemon Sword and Shield. These 5 rumours will of course contain information that has not yet been revealed, so hopefully you guys like what you'll hear, just in case it is correct. There's no guarantee that any of these will be correct, but on the other hand, I would not be surprised if some of these rumours turn out to be true. So if you do enjoy today's video, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with all things Pokemon Sword and Shield, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to become a part of the Twintendo Nation. Now before we start, I'd like to thank Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. As you guys know, I don't do many sponsors on the channel because I don't believe a lot of the offers I get are something you would be interested in or that would benefit you guys, but Skillshare is definitely worthy of your attention. Skillshare is an online learning community that provides thousands of classes and video tutorials that can help you learn all sorts of skills like graphic design, photography, film and video, animation, creative writing and much more. Personally, I've been using Skillshare these past few weeks to learn more about Adobe Premiere, as I've been using Sony Vegas to edit these past 3 years. However, the majority of YouTubers use Adobe Premiere, and I think it's time I start to learn how to use it and make that step. So with over 25,000 online classes, there really is something for everyone. So if you're eager to learn new skills, or even someone who's been wanting to create their own YouTube channel but doesn't even know where to begin with filming and editing, Skillshare can help you with that. If you're interested, make sure to check out the link in the description to try out Skillshare for 2 months free of charge. You won't be disappointed. So starting us off is a picture that was posted to an anonymous message board, and this was posted on July the 14th, which is obviously over a month ago. And this month we got the news about, Morpeko. We got Galarian evolutions and forms with Galarian Weezing, and when you look at this picture, obviously these are hinting at what kind of Pokemon we can expect. If you look at the top, we can see a Clefairy and Gengar fusion kind of thing. I mean, it's always been rumored that they are linked, and like Gengar is Clefairy's shadow, but that could be a hint towards Morpeko, which has 2 sides. One is obviously the full belly mode when it's really happy, and then it has its hangry mode when it turns into a dark type and it's pretty mad. So I feel like that is definitely a hint towards Morpeko. And then we see an 8-ball with a top hat. That could definitely be Galarian Weezing. As we know, Weezing's a very obviously round Pokemon, and then Galarian Weezing has this big chimney like top hat. So I feel like this could hint at a lot of other Pokemon. Obviously we know there's going to be like a squirrel in the game, seeing that on the boys shirt in the crowd, so we can see a squirrel on there. We actually see 2 squirrels on there. Interesting stuff to point out, we can see an Eevee like onesie. I really hope this is an Eevee Mimikyu. I've always wanted that. It would not surprise me at all. I think that will happen, especially after having Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee. I feel like it would not surprise me if there's just a Mimikyu version with Eevee, and I would definitely like that. We can also see a bird with like a shield and a lance. That could be a potential Galarian evolution, which we're going to be getting onto next. And then there's other stuff like sheep. There's a fat Pikachu, which lines up with the Gigantamax rumours that there's going to be a fat Pikachu. There's also a long cat, which matches up with the Meowth Gigantamax, which is a Meowth long cat. And we also have the teapot elephant, which we have kind of seen for like a frame or 2, which Chairman Rose throws out in one of the trailers. So I feel like this is definitely legitimate, or at least it has some basis to it. It might not be legitimate, but what do you guys think? It's a very interesting rumour to start us off. A lot of interesting ideas there, and it'd just be cool to see what other kind of Pokemon we can expect. Now next up, we're going to talk about the rumour regarding the story for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Now, this could be true, so if you do want to skip this one, that's fine, but I am going to be talking about it in a bit of detail. So, first of all, the reason why, I think we're going with Bede. I always say this, instead of Betty, we're going with Bede. The reason why he is endorsed by Chairman Rose is because he is Oleana's son. Oleana is the assistant to Chairman Rose. That's just a rumour that's going around so far. And yeah, basically, he's just trying to take down trainers who pose any threat to Leon. the champion. And then obviously there's Marnie, who was introduced, and she is looking for like answers where her missing father is, and believes that Chairman Rose has something to do with that. And then there's the champion Leon. Apparently he is a fraud, which definitely would not surprise me. I just feel like there's something suspicious about this guy. I feel like it's very weird to have the champion revealed so early. I definitely think something is up, but we will see. And then there's Hop. He wants to expose his brother for the truth. But apparently he gets suspended instead, allegedly. And then there's Chairman Rose, who apparently might not be evil after all, although it might sound like it at the moment. It seems that Oleana is a true villain, which I could definitely see. She does seem to be the most obvious villain choice at this moment. But yeah, that is the story. There is a bit more to it. Again, this could be completely fake, or this could hit the nail on the head. It sounds very plausible. I think a lot of the things, I've definitely not trusted Leon from the start. Chairman Rose and Oleana are definitely doing something dodgy. And yeah, I don't know, I can definitely see this happening. But what do you guys think? What do you think the story of Pokemon Sword and Shield is going to be? Next up is potential Galarian forms and Galarian evolutions. These have been talked about for months and finally got revealed. So some of these could be real, because obviously they've been talked about before they were even, like, the actual concept of Galar forms and evolutions were revealed. And some could just be jumping on that bandwagon. But so far, the rumoured Galarian forms and evolutions we've heard about so far are Galarian Girafarig, which will turn Dark Psychic, and the dark side of its tail possesses the front of the body instead, and it gets devil horns with an evil smile. Could definitely see that happening. There's also Galarian Sudowoodo, and it looks more like a tree and becomes rock grass. And there's also a certain evolution we've heard about, which is Farfetch'd evolution. Galarian evolution, and Farfetch'd will turn into a Pokemon called Sirfetch'd. Very, very interesting. Farfetch'd is a Pokemon I've always wanted to evolve. That and Dunsparce. So I really, really hope that's true. If that was the only true one, I'd be very, very happy, because I feel like Farfetch'd, what can it do? It can't do anything. It's just a bit of a joke of a Pokemon. As much as I love its design, yeah, that definitely needs an evolution. And obviously, I mentioned earlier with that photo showing the potential new Pokemon that could be coming, there was a bird with like armor and a lance and a shield. I feel like that is Sirfetch'd. I feel like that is a hint at it. And yeah, I definitely think it's going to happen. Coming in at number 2, we're going to be talking about probably the most exciting rumour, and this is to do with the starters. Everyone loves Pokemon starters. I feel like there aren't necessarily any really bad ones, and it's just something we always look forward to every Pokemon generation. So we're going to be talking about what the potential starters are going to be. So again, if you don't really want to get spoiled by this, because this could be correct, obviously feel free to skip this one, but I'm assuming you're watching this video, you'll want to hear everything. So, according to the leaker, basically, Scorbunny will evolve into Reboot. Reboot is its second form, not its final evolution, and it will learn 5-type moves. Sobble evolves into Sizzle, which sounds, legitimate, and then Inteleon, and is a spy-themed water type. Don't really know what that means, but for some reason I just think Gex. If anyone remembers Gex on the PS1, it's kind of like a spy lizard. I feel like Sobble's going to be very similar to that. And Grookey's final form will be a giant gorilla with a wooden drum. They don't mention Scorbunny's final form, and interestingly enough, this leak at the time, this was a long time ago. I feel like this was March or April time. This was leaked or rumored or whatever. They mentioned Team Yell, and obviously we do have Team Yell now, and they also mentioned Sirfetch'd, which is the Farfetch'd evolution. They also mention a few other things like Eternatus, which will be the third legendary Pokemon in terms of like with Zacian and Zamazenta, and then 2 new Pokemon. So basically the starters, all we really know, they know a lot about Sobble evolution line. Apart from that, it sounds about right. We don't know if it's going to be firefighting for Scorbunny. I really hope not. But yeah, interesting stuff. So taking the number 1 spot for the most interesting Pokemon Sword and Shield rumour, at least in my opinion, this was posted on the 13th of August on 4chan. This is about a Galarian Eevee form, and not an evolution. This is a fighting type Eevee. Yeah, it says not an evolution. Yeah, it's a new typing, so I don't really know how that means, but basically it's not your normal Eevee. I think their Eevees in Galar are just fighting type ones and not normal. And apparently it says, well, it's not in the trailer, and by the way, this trailer is supposedly August 31st, so we'll find out by then. But it says, It has recently been discovered by the region professor who is trying to determine if it's significantly different from the normal Eevee to be considered its own species. It will be currently unconfirmed as to whether it will evolve like a normal Eevee. Additionally, it will be stated that both the Galarian Eevee and the normal Eevee will be determined to coexist in the Galar region. This is important because it shows that Pokemon adaptation is an ongoing process. Keep that in mind for upcoming Sinnoh remakes. And then it says, whilst not officially announced yet, it will not be able to evolve into any of the current evolutions, but will have two evolutions this generation, Steel and Bug. No, they do not keep the fighting typing. And no, normal Eevees will not be able to evolve into the Steel and Bug evolutions, which is really interesting. Only one Galarian Eevee will be available in game as a gift Pokemon from the professor. Additionally, the Galarian Eevee can only be bred if the Eevee is holding a specific item, a gemstone that, when held, has a chance to change a normal type attack into a fighting type attack with the same base damage. Even a Galarian Eevee without that item will just give you a normal Eevee upon breeding. I don't know, for me this sounds very unlikely. I like the idea of a Galarian Eevee and then it has different evolutions, and I think the reason why they've done this is all the evolutions we've had so far are like special types basically, you know, types that really focus on special attacks, and I feel like that's what they're doing here is the complete opposite, is focusing on evolutions that have physical attacks, and I feel like that's why they've gone with the fighting Eevee as the base one. I feel like it's unlikely, but I would like to see it, and you guys know I love Eevees, I love evolutions. I don't think they need to make this complicated though. I would rather have it just Eevee can evolve into, you know, more evolutions instead of something this drastic. But I do like the idea. It's still not out the realms of possibility, and I feel like this could happen. So guys, those are the top 5 rumours for Pokemon Sword and Shield. Let me know in the comments below which one was your favourite. There are a lot of interesting ones there, and hopefully we will see, you know, at the end when the games come out, which ones are real, which ones are fake. It'll be nice to kind of look back at this video. But guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date with everything Pokemon Sword and Shield, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button down below to become a part of the Twintendo Nation. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, hope you have an awesome day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace!